Okay, in this lecture we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials, and this will require multiple use of the distributive property. Okay, now we can set this up too, similar to how we do a multiplication, sort of the long way, what we'd call longhand multiplication. So for example, let's suppose I want to multiply 4t minus 5 by 3t squared minus 2t plus 7. Now what we do is we take the larger one, 3t squared minus 2t plus 7, and we write the smaller one underneath, and we're going to do a multiplication. So the first thing we do is we take this negative 5 and we're going to multiply it by each one of these terms. And so consequently what we'll get is negative 5 by 3t squared will be negative 15t squared. Negative 5 by negative 2t will be positive 10t. And negative 5 by 7 is negative 35. Okay. And we now do the product of 4t with each one of these terms, and we move it across because we keep each one of the exponents of t we keep underneath each other. So 4t times 7 is 28t. Okay. We have 4t by negative 2t is going to be negative 8t squared. And finally, 3t squared by 4t is going to be 12t cubed. And now we add. And so we get negative 35. We have a plus 38t. And now we have negative 23t squared and a 12t cubed. And that will be our answer. Alright, now if we have binomials, now remember a binomial is two terms. Then of course we can use the FOIL method. Okay, so alright, which says this. So let's do an example. Okay, let's find each product. Right, part A. Let's suppose we want to do 7m plus 3 by 4m take 5. Then the FOIL method says that we do the first ones first, so we get 28m squared. We do the outside ones next, which is negative 35m. We do the inside ones, which gives us 12m. And we do the last ones, which gives us negative 15. And so this comes out to be 28m minus, what have we got here, 23m minus 15. And so that's how we do the product of binomials. Right, also we have a special case here. Notice what happens if we do a 6x plus 11, say, by a 6x minus 11. Now these are the same numbers, but different sign in between. So when we do the FOIL, we'll end up with 36x squared. That's the first one, 6x by 6x. Then we have 6x by negative 11 is a negative 66x. Then we have 11 by 6x, but it's plus, so plus 66x. And finally 11 times a negative 11 is negative 121. And so you'll notice here that these cancel out. Negative 66x plus 66x is 0. And so we end up with 36x squared minus 121. Now the interesting thing is that we could write this as 6x squared minus 11 squared, which of course is just simply this term squared and this term squared with a negative sign in front. This is the difference of two squares, and it comes about by the product of two of the same terms except that we have an opposite sign. Let's extend now the idea to having three terms, but one is a monomial term. And so let's suppose we want to do this. Right, now you'll notice here that these two terms are very similar to what we had up here. So this would be x cubed by 4x squared minus 25, because that's the difference of two squares. And so this now we just distribute now would become 4x to the 5 minus 25x cubed. And that's how we do that one. So there's a few special cases that we should look at. Alright, first of all, we have the difference of two squares. If I have x minus y by x plus y, this comes out to be simply x squared minus y squared. That's the difference of two squares. And we also have the squared cases. What if I have x times y squared, x plus y all squared is x plus y by x plus y. And this comes out to be x squared when we FOIL it, plus xy plus xy plus y squared, which comes out to be x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Now similarly, if I have the difference of x and y and square it, same thing if I FOIL it. Remember I'm doing x take y by x take y. I end up with x squared minus xy and minus xy again plus y squared, which comes out to be x squared take 2x y plus y squared. Okay, so there's some special cases that you need to keep aware of. So let's do a couple of examples. Right, let's find each product. Alright, part A. Let's suppose we want to do 3y plus 11 by 3y take 11. Now this is the difference of two squares, so that will be 3y squared minus 11 squared, which of course is 9y squared minus 121. Also, if I do part B here, what if we have 8p plus 3 squared? This will be 8p, alright, squared, plus 2 times, notice it's 2 times here, 2 times 8p by 3 plus 3 squared. So this will be equal to 64p squared. This will be 16 by 3 is going to be 48p plus 9 will be the result. Okay, so that's how we do the multiplication of polynomials.